This KFAN podcast is sponsored by Builders and Remodelers, exclusive Twin Cities provider of Elements Windows. Get the highest quality windows at unmatchable value. Visit buildersandremodelers.com for more details.
iHeart presents the Big Three Playoffs. This Sunday, the remaining 4 teams battle to make the championship in the most physical, fierce, and competitive basketball league in the world. The action starts with the Big Three Monster Energy Celebrity Game. Then Dwight Howard and his LA Riot take on Montrezl Harrell and Dr. J Chicago Triplets. The finale will see popular Miami 305 with stars MVP Michael Beasley and Lance Stevenson take on Nancy Lieberman's Dallas Power. Who will make it to the Big Three Championship? The no-holds-barred action starts Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern, 12 Pacific, only on CBS.
Come on, why is this taking so long? This thing is ancient.
Still using yesterday's tech? Upgrade to the ThinkPad X1 Carbon. Ultra-light, ultra-powerful, and built for serious productivity. With Intel Core Ultra processors, blazing speed, and AI-powered performance, it keeps up with your business, not the other way around.
Whoa, this thing moves.
Stop hitting snooze on new tech. Win the tech search at Lenovo.com. Lenovo. Unlock AI experiences with the ThinkPad X1 Carbon, powered by Intel Core Ultra processors, so you can work, create, and boost productivity all on one device.
Looking for a mortgage, credit card, or auto loan? Then you should know your FICO score. Did you know 90% of top lenders use FICO scores? Visit myfico.com/free today to get your FICO score for free. MyFICO makes it easy to understand your credit with FICO scores, credit reports, and alerts. Visit myfico.com/free. That's myfico.com/free. Or download the MyFICO app and discover the score lenders use most. That's myfico.com/free.
It's almost that time again. Come join us at the 2025 Minnesota State Fair, live from Carousel Park, presented by Mesh Besher and Spence. We'll be broadcasting live through Labor Day. Come buy your favorite fan merch and learn about your shot to be the Mesh Besher and Spence Rube of the Day and win Farm Aid 40 tickets and $200 in concert cash. Get the full details now at KFAN.com. Keyword calendar.
It's a couple 13-14 past. I'm Calm and he's 10 to be. The legendary Mark Rosen joins us now. And you notice that on the 55-inch Toshiba Regza, I have U.S. Open tennis qualifying on. And every time I see tennis, I always think of when you went up against, you had those matches against Kitty McLean, Helen Moody, and Mabel Clayton.
I don't know those. Who are those people?
Well, they were some of the best women's tennis players of all. Well, they played back in the 30s, but didn't you play against them?
Is that supposed to be funny?
I always love that
I thought
one.
it was.
Well, I've seen your act. It's not any funnier than what your stand-up is.
I thought I just like saying his name.
No, I did play against. I did play against Martina Navratilova.
In Margaret Court.
No, Chris Everett was on my team.
Oh,
and
okay.
played Herschel Walker and Martina Navratilova at Met Center. Played with Andre Agassi. I was just talking to Guardsy about tennis. A lot of tennis talk about how he had the hardest time beating Trent Tucker. And he said finally beat Trent. He was like 15, not Trent, Guardsy. And then
there's Helen Moody right there, queen of the tennis world. Back.
Look at that skirt.
She was born in 1904.
Sid played her.
Could very well have.
Yeah. I miss those days. Those were fun. Tennis.
Those are over.
And you really stretch, don't you? You really.
I can't help myself.
But sometimes make it funny. I don't mind. I like being on the other end.
Well, that was funny.
No, it wasn't.
If you recognize the names, it was hilarious, and I thought you would.
No, I did interview Patty Berg.
Well, that was golf. That's not going to work.
I know it, Pat. I understand that.
Tennis women.
Yeah, I know that. You could have said Margaret Court. That would have been better.
Yeah, I guess.
Or
look, I do comedy at a high level. I sell out shows. Don't question my material.
Well, I was trying to figure.
I have great writing chops.
Maury Amsterdam guy.
Yeah, he didn't write that.
Okay,
that's me.
Anyway,
so there you go.
Yeah, I know the tennis is on. I didn't even realize this is from Tuesday that you have on the screen right now. Yep. So you're, as usual, you're 2 days late for the kind of the information that you get.
Yeah,
that's okay. It works for you.
You have to pick on me? I mean...
No, I don't like doing that.
Why is he picking on me, Tenenby?
Never happened.
Why would you
before.
do something like
that? Especially you of all people.
Yeah, me.
I mean, I don't know why
you would never do that back.
No, of course not.
I guess they're not...
Last day in studio for a while.
I guess they're not the... what did they call them? Punk-ass team? Looks like the punk-ass team got whooped last night.
Well, it's about time. I mean, geez, 4 games, I think they'd win 1 as the defending champs.
They won. They won 1 out of 4.
Yeah, that's good. I hope that's what happens in the finals if they meet. I think going to get it done.
Who won the championship last year?
They cheated, but they won.
They didn't cheat.
Yeah, they did. The referees cheated. The
I don't think they cheated. The referees saw a call one way and it went the other.
I know. No, the Lynx have to fess up and do what they have to do. But the FISA's still on the bench, and I watched most of the game last night, and I thought they were down pretty much the entire game, and you could see that it was this is not your night. They rallied. I think came within 4, and then Ionescu, is that her name? She hit like a 50 long 3-pointer to kind of bury him, but so be it. That's it. Their series is finally done after waiting until the last 3 weeks before they actually played each other. It's now their series is over, and the only time they'll see each other again would be in the finals. So we move on from here. That's it. Shrug your shoulders, shake your head. Doesn't matter, really.
Okay.
Yeah, just Lynx won the series 3-1. Season series, but now it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
No, nobody cares. It's going to be about what happens in the postseason.
You like their chances?
Very much so.
When's Fee coming back?
I'm sure they're being extra cautionary with her right now because they have a big lead and they don't want to rush her back and expose her to potentially tweaking it or doing something with the ankle. So I don't know. I mean, she doesn't have a boot on right now. We saw her in the proverbial street clothes. She has been the last couple of games. Looked like she was dancing. They're doing their little dance walking into the arena last night, and she looked pretty spry. So I don't know what her practice situation is, if she's going to get ready to play this weekend or another week. But, all that matters is getting ready for the postseason at this point.
We'll be ready.
We'll be ready, yeah.
We have 4 World Championships, Lynx,
yes.
right?
Yes.
Is that the most of any team in...
I don't know.
I think
early on in WNBA, I mean, LA had some good teams. Houston, before they left Houston.
Well, they only had 4 teams back then.
I know, they didn't have many of them.
World Championship.
Remember Lisa Leslie came to town, and then Cheryl Swoops, and they had some other big names in the WNBA. But I don't know if any other team has won 4. I don't know for sure. Hard enough keeping track of anything else. The numbers games.
Yeah.
I'm not good at that.
No. But you are ready for the state fair. I know that.
Listen, it's much better than it used to be. So I'm not going to.
You mean when you used to have to spend all day there?
Yeah, all night. Yeah,
all day.
I was not happy about that. But you had to suck it up and just do it and make the most out of it. And now I can just wave at Frank and Amelia when I'm leaving the fair tomorrow at 3:15. Bye-bye. You guys have fun. Well, Frank loves it. Amelia
does he
mind.
really?
Oh, yeah, he does. He loves anything with competition. He loves. He really does. He likes if they do games or contests or whatever. He's all in. Like it's the Olympics. He's definitely all in. And but it's good that those guys. I don't see him very often anymore. So they'll pop over and say hello. And yeah, Chris Schaefer and the gang. I don't know. I mean, if the same allure for watching a local television show for all the stations is the same as it used to be, but
when you're not there, of course not.
No, it's dropped off considerably. We used to have to sign we always talking a little bit about that. Remember taking pictures of everybody and signing autographs and shit. Now everything's different. Security and.
When was the last time you went somewhere and you weren't recognized?
Oh,
it's got to be refreshing.
Come on. No, I didn't say it that way.
Yeah, no.
No, you make things up all the time. That's all you. I just sit there and laugh at my listening to radio.
Let's do this.
You're such a Richard.
Let's take a short break. We'll come back and we'll talk. I got plenty of items
Vikings
I'm going to bounce off of you.
Oh, yeah. Lots of stuff happening.
The legendary Mark Rosen with Tenneby and Common Man here on The Fan.
The reviews and ratings are in. and Ice Cube's Big 3 is the surprise hit of the summer. And to cap off the season, iHeart presents the Big 3 Basketball Playoffs. This Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern, the remaining 4 teams battle it out for the right to make the Big 3 championship in the most physical, fierce, and competitive basketball league in the world. The action starts with the Big 3 Monster Energy Celebrity Game, where your favorite stars compete in Big 3 3-on-3 basketball. Then the first of 2 semifinal games features Dwight Howard and the LA Riot taking on Montrezl Harrell and Dr. J's first-place Chicago Triplets. The finale will see popular Miami 305 with stars MVP Michael Beasley, and last will Make You Dance Stevenson take on Nancy Lieberman's Dallas Power, who finished the season winning 5 straight weeks to capture second place. Can Glenn Rice, Greg Monroe, and Paul Millsap stop Miami's physical assault, or will Miami and Beasley put an end to Dallas's winning ways? Who will make it to the Big 3 championship? This no-holds-barred action starts Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern, 12 Pacific, only on CBS.
Looking to buy your first car or home? Understanding your FICO score is key to achieving your life goals. Knowing your FICO scores helps you apply for loans with confidence and avoid surprises. With MyFICO, you get access to your FICO score, credit reports, 24/7 monitoring, and alerts on the go. Take the mystery out of your score and get your FICO score for free today. Visit myfico.com/free. That's myfico.com/free and discover the score lenders use most.
In the heat of battle, your squad relies on you. Don't let them down. Unlock elite gaming tech at Lenovo.com. Dominate every match with next-level speed, seamless streaming, and performance that won't quit. And push your gameplay beyond limits with Intel Core Ultra processors. That's the power of Lenovo with Intel inside. Maximize your edge by shopping at Lenovo.com during their back-to-school sale. That's Lenovo.com.
Lenovo.
This Labor Day, say goodbye to spills, stains, and overpriced furniture with WashableSofas.com, featuring Anabay, the only machine washable sofa inside and out, where designer quality meets budget-friendly pricing. Sofas start at just $6.99, making it the perfect time to upgrade your space. Anabay's pet-friendly, stain-resistant, and interchangeable slipcovers are made with high-performance fabric built for real life. You'll love the cloud-like comfort of hypoallergenic, high-resilience foam that never needs fluffing, and a durable steel frame that stands the test of time. With modular pieces, you can rearrange anytime. It's a sofa that adapts to your life. Now through Labor Day, get up to 60% off site-wide at WashableSofas.com. Every order comes with a 30-day satisfaction guarantee. If you're not in love, send it back for a full refund. No return shipping, no restocking fees, every penny back. Shop now at WashableSofas.com. Offers are subject to change and certain restrictions may apply.
Mall of America's mystery cards are back, and we are bringing them to you all summer long. Come grab yours at KFAN events throughout the summer, and wherever you see our KFAN street team, then make sure to redeem them at Mall of America for fun prizes and big discounts. See full list of events at KFAN.com, keyword calendar. I should also update you, Common. We have a new high bid for the 2 tickets and a touchdown suite for the Vikings-Ravens game on Sunday, November 9th with host Greg Coleman and Eleanor Coleman. There you'll be able to enjoy a full luxury of hosted food and beverages just feet behind the east end zone, featuring some of their most dramatic views of the NFL, with field-level seating and premium leather theater-style chairs. Touchdown Suite guests also have full access to the Delta Sky 360 Club, and it's all-inclusive hospitality. Package also includes hotel, game day breakfast with Greg, a Greg Coleman jersey, a Vikings Legends signed football, and 2 signed copies of Greg's book, Punt, Flip the Field. Todd Overton is now your leader at $3,000. All of this going to help the YMCA.
That's 10 and B. I'm Common. The legendary Mark Rosen is with us as well. And, you know, I prescribe to a lot of different publications.
Yeah.
Fish Wrap Factory East, West, The Athletic, New York Times, USA Today. I read them both every day and I listen to music.
Right.
Also, Popular Mechanics, Popular Nuts and Bolts, and Lick My Whip. Also, Veg Out Mag.
What?
Veg Out Mag. You ever hear of Veg Out magazine?
I have not.
Latest story I saw reminded me of you. People who feel 40 at 70 never do these 8 things that quietly age you faster.
I can't wait to hear this.
You're 73 and you feel 45. You said that you've...
Well, okay. Qualify that.
Yeah. No, he said feels better than 45.
Yeah, you said you feel better than you were when you're 40. You're stronger than you were.
I'm stronger, but I don't feel better. I have lots more aches and pains than I did at 45.
These are the things that you don't do that make you feel.
Okay. I can guess a few of them.
You don't stew in stress.
Seldom anymore.
We all get stressed, but some people pitch a tent and live in it. Researchers have found that chronic stress just doesn't feel terrible. It actually accelerates biological aging, not just mentally, but down to your cells. You have nothing to be stressed out about in your life.
Well, that's not true. But number two is that I think that advice to give my adult children and everything too is like you go to sleep at night, and I think a lot of people have issues. I've had them. Where you start tossing and turning, and you're thinking about things that you can't. I said, well, you can't get anything done between the hours of midnight and 6 a.m. that you can, it can wait till tomorrow. So try to shut your brain off, do something to relax you, meditate, read, whatever it is. There's not a damn thing you can do about it till you get up tomorrow.
That's mighty fine advice. Here's number 2. They don't avoid exercise or rely on walking alone. You see the fitness king.
I saw him this morning. Yeah.
See, you don't avoid exercise. You say, no way, I don't want to do it. And you don't just rely on walking. No. You see the fitness king
for weightlifting.
And for weightlifting.
And I know at the stretch lab too. So once a week to kind of stretch my whole body out. Yes.
They don't scroll in bed. Do you sit in bed and scroll through your phone?
I do, but not to the point where it's an obsession. I try to turn my phone off, they always talk about, blue light, whatever, keeping you.
It's what it says here. Blue light exposure in the evening messes with your melatonin and wrecks your sleep quality.
Correct. That's why I try to turn it off by 10 o'clock for sure. Yeah.
They don't treat emotions like enemies. You can spot someone who spent a lifetime pushing their feelings down. It shows in their posture, their tension, and sometimes in their eyes.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with that.
Don't fight your emotions.
Don't fight them?
Yeah.
No. Embrace them. Yes.
They don't pretend that sleep doesn't matter.
Oh, it matters.
Yeah.
I'm
one of those that says it doesn't matter.
No, it absolutely does. I mean, I'm much better now trying to get to sleep. I even try to go to bed between 10 and 10:30 as opposed to for years and years and years I was conditioned to go to bed at 11:30 or midnight because I wouldn't get home from work until 11. I'd have to wind down for at least a half hour, 40 minutes. And so my natural rhythms, sleep patterns were off. Then I discovered I had sleep apnea. I had to attack that, but yeah, sleep does matter. And I try to get in, now I have an opportunity. If I try to take a little hour nap or whatever, a lot of people aren't nappers. I can. And I embrace it. And it does me a lot of good.
I don't have time to take a nap.
You literally told me yesterday you were going home, wanted to go home and wanted to conk out on the couch.
Well, I did, but I didn't.
So now you're sending a mixed signal.
Well, I wanted to, but I don't have time.
Couldn't. Well, you're built different.
I am built different. I don't have time to bleed.
Okay.
People like you that feel 40 rather than 70, they don't live on autopilot. People aging gracefully stay engaged. Mm-hmm. They learn new things. They challenge their minds. They notice their surroundings.
That's very true. I think a lot of that is personal relationships. I know you're trying to get me going a little bit, but I think I've expanded. I've gone through a lot the last 3 years, and really because of Karn as much as anything. I've had a whole other set of friends and relationships with people, and that keeps me going, keeps my brain active, and I certainly embrace all of that because it makes. I was telling my trainer this morning, it's changed my whole life. I don't know where I would have been right now. Probably sitting here sulking, looked a lot older than I am.
Number 7, they don't ignore their body's messages. Aches, tension, fatigue. They're not inconveniences to push through. They're signals. Yeah. But tuning out discomfort doesn't make it disappear. It just delays healing. Youthful people in their 70s don't bully their bodies. They listen. They adjust. They treat rest, hydration, and physical care as daily rituals, not chores.
100%. Especially the hydration part, especially this time of year. I mean, we'll be at the fair starting tomorrow, and the first thing I thought about is, I got to make sure I get my water intake. I'm going to be walking around a little bit, whatever, that's fine. But, the hydration part to me is extremely important.
And the final one says, they don't try to be perfect.
Oh, God, no. Why would I even try?
Eat well, work hard, stay positive, show up for everyone, but perfection is exhausting, and it's aging. It says,
how can anyone look at that? Perfection, it doesn't matter.
No, there's something ageless about
Unachievable.
authenticity. It softens your face. Look at how soft your face looks right now.
I
It
shaved.
relaxes your body. It lightens your presence. Embrace that, and the ears start to feel less heavy. This is advice. You
I could
could
have
have
written
wrote
that.
Yes, that's what I was going to say.
I will tell you honestly that I watched my dad, a World War II vet, et cetera, came back, and much like a lot of his generation, he led a rather sedentary lifestyle, and he ended up with a lot of, even when I was like 10, 11, whatever it was, a lot of stomach problems. He was a worrier. He would always like, you left the light on, that kind of stuff. He just grew up in the Depression era and all that, and he ended up getting a lot of health issues early on. And I remember even then vowing, he says, like, as much as I can control, I'm not going to allow that to happen. I think because he was a worrier, he ended up developing ulcers. Some of it could have been physical, but it's like, man, I don't want to live like that. So I made a pact with myself to say, I'm not going to let that happen to me. And, obviously there's only so much you can control, but
Correct.
You can't control a lot of it.
This text message just came and says, based on his recent reports and anecdotes, it sounds like Rosen has also been spending a considerable amount of time at the Stretch the Truth Lab.
Why do I laugh at that? It's funny.
Because it's funny.
It's not stretching.
Good job, Maury Amsterdam guy.
How'd you know it was Maury?
Yeah. Misremembering. Who said that? Oh, that was
Maury Amsterdam guy.
No, was that Mark McGuire?
Oh, yeah.
Or was
no, Roger Clements.
Roger Clements, that's right. Misremembering. And when he testified before Congress, Stretch the Truth. Well, I just don't remember everything. I mean, that's part of it. Sometimes it is challenging now. I've little names, sometimes names that should come to my...
You had Carl Pohlad mud wrestling
in
with 2-ton Tony Galento in the Ringling Brothers Barnum and Bailey Circus.
I know. That was a bit
all
of a
these
stretch.
Facts that were just
They was jumbled up.
Yeah.
I tried.
And then this one says, I don't do any of those things. That coupled with being a Vikings fan, it's no wonder I feel 77 at 47.
Oh, man, you got to take care of yourself. And I've probably stressed more over some of those losses. I remember Tim Irwin told me one time when I was covering the team on a regular basis, obviously. No, he says judge in Tennessee.
Yeah.
I saw him.
Yep.
He said to me, I think you actually care more about this team winning or losing than a lot of players on this team. I said, you're probably right.
Fans care more, I think. Players have said that before.
They have.
You care more than we care. I mean, they do care.
But
it's their profession. It's their living, and they're able to say...
They walk away from it.
Well, they're not happy, but they can go, okay, we didn't win this one, we'll wait till next year. But the fans get... many of them get way
especially
too
Viking
wrapped up.
fans, and Lion fans.
We'll take a break and come back with one more segment to go here with Mark Rosen, Tennessee and Common here on The Fan.
The reviews and ratings are in, and Ice Cube's Big 3 is the surprise hit of the summer. And to cap off the season, iHeart presents the Big 3 Basketball Championship and 8th Annual Big 3 All-Star Game this coming Sunday, August 24th, live from Orlando. The remaining two teams fight it out for the Big 3 Championship Dr. J Trophy in the most physical, fierce, and competitive basketball league in the world. Don't miss the wild conclusion of Big 3's 8th and most historic season ever. This is the game no one wants to lose, and there's no crying in the Big 3. The action starts with the Big 3 8th Annual All-Star Game. Don't miss All-Stars Dwight Howard, Montrezl Harrell, MVP Michael Beasley, Lance will make you Dan Stevenson, Jordan Crawford, Greg Monroe, Earl Clark, Nazir Kaur, and more show you why they are the best 3-on-3 basketball players in the world. Big 3's exciting All-Star Game, plus the crowning of a new Big 3 champion. The no-holds-barred action starts Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 Pacific, only on CBS.
Looking for a mortgage, credit card, or auto loan? Then you should know your FICO score. Did you know 90% of top lenders use FICO scores? Visit myfico.com/free today to get your FICO score for free. MyFICO makes it easy to understand your credit with FICO scores, credit reports, and alerts. Visit myfico.com/free. That's myfico.com/free. Or download the MyFICO app and discover the score lenders use most. That's myfico.com/free.
In the heat of battle, your squad relies on you. Don't let them down. Unlock elite gaming tech at Lenovo.com. Dominate every match with next-level speed, seamless streaming, and performance that won't quit. And push your gameplay beyond limits with Intel Core Ultra processors. That's the power of Lenovo with Intel Inside. Maximize your edge by shopping at Lenovo.com during their back-to-school sale. That's Lenovo.com.
Lenovo.
This Labor Day, say goodbye to spills, stains, and overpriced furniture with WashableSofas.com. Featuring Bay, the only machine washable sofa inside and out, where designer quality meets budget-friendly pricing. Sofas start at just $6.99, making it the perfect time to upgrade your space. Bay's pet-friendly, stain-resistant, and interchangeable slipcovers are made with high-performance fabric built for real life. You'll love the cloud-like comfort of hypoallergenic, high-resilience foam that never needs fluffing, and a durable steel frame that stands the test of time. With modular pieces, you can rearrange anytime. It's a sofa that adapts to your life. Now through Labor Day, get up to 60% off site-wide at WashableSofas.com. Every order comes with a 30-day satisfaction guarantee. If you're not in love, send it back for a full refund. No return shipping, no restocking fees, every penny back. Shop now at WashableSofas.com. Offers are subject to change and certain restrictions may apply.
Music legend Daryl Hall is taking over the Minnesota State Fair Grandstand on August 28th. Want your shot at tickets to his show, plus State Fair admission? Check out KFAN.com. Keyword contest to see how you could win your way in today.
Country roads take me home. I think Tennessee thinks the greatest quarterback of all time is Tom Brady. Is that correct, Tennessee?
I think Pat Mahomes is going to be the greatest of all time.
Right now, so do you have him over Brady? But
I would put Mahomes number one right now. Yeah.
Okay, he has Pat Mahomes is the greatest quarterback of all time. Mark Rosen, who would you consider the greatest quarterback of all time?
Well, it's impossible to argue against if you're looking at Super Bowl wins. It depends what your criteria is. I mean, I think Brady. I know you're going to say Otto Graham.
What is Otto Graham?
That's what I'm saying. But yeah. I mean, but if you look at championships, although I'm not saying Brady had the best skill set of any quarterback. I mean, I think seriously, had he stayed healthy, I think Joe Namath could have been right up there with the great. He had one of the quickest releases, one of the best arms of all football, but he just didn't have, for the most part, after winning Super Bowl III, he just didn't have the personnel, and plus his body was ravaged all the time with injuries. So, I mean, I don't. Yeah, I mean, I'm more of an old school guy. I mean, I think of,
I wanted you both
Joe
to say
Montana.
Brady just so I could go with the story.
Yeah,
so why don't you just both
Tom Brady clearly is the
Brady.
number one quarterback of all time.
Right,
I mean,
okay.
Just say Tom Brady.
The amount of rings he has proves it, yeah.
Okay. Von Miller explains why he does not view Tom Brady as the NFL's greatest quarterback of all time. Here's what he says. He was on a podcast called Glory Days. Glory Days. Obviously, there's going to be a debate between Peyton Manning and Tom Brady, who was the best. For me, it's always will be Peyton Manning. He changed the quarterback position in terms of changing the play. He wasn't scrambling or doing none of that stuff. He did it all with his arm, and it was beautiful. He says, where's the next quote on here? Well, forget the quotes. Here's what it said about when I was comparing him. First of all, it says, well, controversial, Miller's opinion has some merit to it. Manning, after all, is the only player in NFL history to win league MVP 5 times. Mm-hmm. His 5,477 passing yards and 55 tutties in 2013 remain single-season records. Manning was also the first starting quarterback to win big games with multiple franchises, doing so with the Colts in 2006 before he teamed up with Miller to help the Broncos in 2015. In terms of head-to-head matchups, Brady's teams posted an 11-6 record against Manning-led teams. Manning, however, was 3-1 against Brady in AFC championship games.
Interesting.
He won both of his AFC title game matchups against Brady during his years with the Broncos. When comparing the two quarterbacks, championships and longevity are the biggest differences. Brady won a record 7 big games. Manning won 2 of his 4 trips to the big game. A neck injury forced Manning to retire before his 40th birthday, whereas Brady won his final 2 Super Bowls after turning 40. So, yeah, again, when I was always thinking of the all-time greats, I never really would put Manning. I don't know why. It's
hard not to include him in the list. Yeah,
but
top
you
three.
certainly have to. And the head-to-head matchups, again, it's a team game, right? So it's not just derived on quarterback. But in those all-important AFC championship games, Manning outdueled Brady.
Yeah, it took him a while to get going, I think, to achieve that. Obviously, a lot of quarterbacks, that greatness and that Hall of Fame status that Peyton Manning was able to get. The whole Manning family, starting with Archie. And now Arch, who's going to start against Ohio State a week from Saturday in a ballyhooed opening college football game, Texas and Ohio State. The Manning family has quite a legacy, to say the least. So it's hard. Peyton he did that. That's a good analysis. Obviously, great analysis about what he did, the Omaha bit, and changing the play and recognizing defenses. If you watch any of the Manning brothers, if you watch the alternative broadcast of Monday Night Football, if you want some really inside stuff, it's sort of like listening to KOC last week when he was mic'd up in the third quarter of a meaningless preseason game. But when you have a regular season game, you got Peyton and Eli breaking things down. I find myself kind of getting glued to what they're having to say. Unless I won't do that for the Viking game, but other games I'll watch them for a while because it's very insightful. As a football fan, you obviously can learn a lot more than just listening to the regular broadcast, even though Troy Aikman's up in the booth, who was pretty damn good in his own right.
Miller said he was humble, too. He knew every single guy in the facility, whether it was the janitors, all the coaches. He had a personal relationship with everybody. He was truly the first person in the building. Whenever you pulled up, you'd see his Buick because he had the Buick deal. I had a fundraiser event for Vaughn's Vision. He was there. He was all about his guys, all about his teammates.
I believe it. That's that's a family trait. I was fortunate to get to know Archie when he played here during the 84-85 season. In fact, I had a chance to talk with Jan Stenerud on the phone the other day for about half hour. Karn had run into him in Canton, and we're trying to get Jan up here. He lives in your neck of the woods. You'd love to be out there. He was talking about Yellowstone. I think there's a country club out there that costs. He said all the billionaires are moving out here. But we're trying to get Jan and his wife to come to town for a game sometime this year and go out with them. But I talked to Jan for like a half hour, and he was, he had a lot of great stories to tell about not only his short time here, but when Archie Manning was the quarterback, when he got beat up by the Bears in particular, when the Vikings were 3-13, Archie played on that team. So that goes back a long ways. Peyton was running around at Winter Park, little kid tossing a football around. I'll never forget it. I was right up there with Carl Pohlad boxing Golden Gloves.
Yep. Golden Gloves boxing. Wrestling 2-ton Tony Galento. Mud wrestling.
You just like say 2-ton Tony Galento.
He would 2-ton Tony Galento fought Joe Louis. And when they said, how's the fight going to go? He said, I'm going to moid it a bunch. I think 2-ton got stopped in the third round.
Did he? Oh, yeah. You can look it up.
Well, you know what he did for a living? Well, he didn't just box. Yeah, these guys didn't just. He couldn't make a living boxing.
No,
he used to deliver ice. That was before he had electric refrigerators. So he'd carry the big blocks of ice on his back and carry them in. That's what he did. 2-ton Tony Galento. I know all about him.
Yeah, you do. Got it all figured out.
He was my favorite fighter for a long time.
2-ton Tony Galento.
The name is so good. If you look at a picture of him, he's 2-ton Tony Galento. He looks like a bouncer.
They don't have names like that anymore. No, we do not.
No, they don't. Joe Ryan last night. Turn on the TV, he's out of the game.
I know.
It's like, what is this? It's the first time all year he hasn't gotten through the fifth inning.
I don't know what was going on. I saw very little of the game because I was watching the Lynx Liberty game and making dinner. Kebabs turned out great. Thanks for asking. So I was like, I've looked at my phone and I went, wait, what? They're playing Oakland. Ryan's out of the game? I remember I flipped it over and I saw him like shaking his head. I think he'd given up a 2-run homer or something, but just kind of a blah effort all the way around by the team against the Oakland A's, so it doesn't bode well. I'll be out there tonight, believe it or not. I don't know. It's just hard to be a fan right now. It just is, for lots of reasons.
When Rosen was asked who the GOAT quarterback, immediately he said, one, there's no question. Two, depends on your criteria.
Yeah.
Take a stance. Rosen's a fraud. And then he wants me to do in my David Attenborough voice. Watch as the fraud father struggles to have an original take in his natural habitat. In his natural habitat. Sorry.
Well, it does depend on the criteria. Championships or statistics.
That's true.
That's not taking it. That's a take. Thank God I'll be at the fair tomorrow. I won't have to listen to this nonsense. Oh, I still have to listen to you.
You'll have to listen to this nonsense.
Yeah.
Well, matter of fact, I'm wondering if Abbott can get the text line out at the fair. We're going to be able to get the text line out at the fair.
I think we can normally, do we?
Got to be a way.
We can.
Oh, okay.
It'll just be, usually don't sit in front of the computer.
No.
Yeah. Well, I can, or I can just look over the words. The font is really big. I mean, even I can read it without reading glasses. So maybe we can do that too. I was going to ask you about. There was a story in the Fish Wrap Factory West Side, and I can't remember which columnist wrote it, but it was about kind of the whole key to the Gopher football season is going to be how they're, these transfer guys do, right? And I think it's a great angle, but it after thinking about it, it's almost obvious, right? Because these are plug and play guys. These aren't guys you recruited as 15-year-old kid that you heard about, and then you go visit him when he's 16 and he makes a commitment and he's at the high school gym and you're bringing him up as a redshirt freshman and all that. These are guys that have already played college football. They've established themselves now there's a different pecking order. I don't know when it comes to the portal players and the players that the nil players. My guess is there's a pecking order there. The players available in Minnesota probably aren't the same ones that are being courted by Alabama, Michigan, Ohio State, and all the other helmet schools. Right. But obviously
deeper pockets.
It's like free agency in the NFL where you are adding players that you expect. I mean, we're not grooming you for when you're a freshman, you'll be ready to play when you're a junior. It's like, we need you to play at a high level now. And I think that's really what's changed the game more than anything is that the plug and play players. And if the Gophers guys, wherever, I read the list of names. Yeah. I didn't recognize any of them, but, guy.
Would you?
Yeah, maybe a guy played. And they all seem to play at, when I say lesser schools, not Big Ten schools, not power conferences. And how they play, it will be interesting to see. How many of the guys that agreed to come to Minnesota, whether it was just for a chance to play or they're getting a little bit of nil money, how good they can really be.
A combination, and that's pretty much the story at any major school right now that's not named Ohio State or Michigan. And they're still signing players off, as they say, off the street. But for every Coy Perch that the Gophers recruited and are grooming to be the next NFL safety, there's nil players coming in. And so I was talking to Guardsy before we went on the air today about Drake Lindsay, the quarterback, who was not a nil. I mean, he transferred here and learned under Max Brosmer, a year ago, which is now, I mean, you look at Max Brosmer and thinking, honestly, I don't know where he's going to end up. I mean, when I say, end up career-wise, he's going to end up on the Vikings this year, and I don't think they're going to let him off their roster. But honestly, I would have never imagined Brosmer would be getting any platitudes already, and PA couldn't stop gushing about him today. I know it was different. He sat down with him one-on-one, but that's indications. Kid was at New Hampshire.
He basically said he's Einstein.
Yeah, I think so.
PA said on the radio today. That's what that was somebody said.
He was pretty. I've never quite heard him talk about a young player that way. I don't mean in just pure
Here's what
athletic ability.
PA this morning prefaced his replay of the Max Brosmer. Does he replay interviews? PA?
Apparently.
Oh, I was hoping for this. Because he does. But anyway.
I always love that one.
PA this morning prefaced his replay of Max Brosmer by saying he was an intellect, the likes of which he had met only 2 or 3 times in his life.
From a football standpoint or just in general?
Intellect. Basically made him sound like Soren Kierkegaard in a Vikings jersey. Who? I don't know. Who is Soren Kierkegaard? I think it's a great line. I hope I pronounce it correctly.
I don't know who that is.
Timmy, can you look up Soren Kierkegaard? Kierkegaard. Gaard.
Is it some sort of...
He basically made him sound like...
A Danish theologian, philosopher, poet, social critic, and religious author who is widely considered to be the first existentialist philosopher.
Wow.
That's what PA mate Max Brosmer sound like.
I heard the interview. I can second that. Anyway, the point of the matter is, you were getting back to the Gophers. Max transferred here. He had a good year. The Gophers weren't world beaters last year. Brosmer had his ups and downs. I thought the Vikings were doing him a favor just by, we'll throw the kid a bone. We'll have him sign as a free agent. And he's surprising everyone. I still think he'll be the third. I don't think he'll be on the practice squad because he could get exposed that way to other teams. But I would be shocked if it doesn't go. Brosmer the third QB and JJ and what's his name? Good old what's his name? See, I'm having trouble with names.
Yeah, I forget the other guy's name.
Howell.
Rippon.
No,
Howell's out. Rippin's in, right? Or you think
I think Rippin's
Howell
out. I think Rippin's going to be out. I think Howell will be in.
I think
no. That'd be my prediction.
I think whoever writes for Fish Wrap Factory, they
thought the other way around.
They thought the other way around. They thought
Rippin?
They thought Howell would be donezo.
Really? Oh, okay. Well, I mean, everyone out there. I mean, I think Brosmer sounds like Brosmer's going to get the lion's share of the snaps on Friday night in their last game. But
question on the quarterback stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Why isn't Brett Rippon the one being considered to not be in the roster? And
well, that's what I think. I think he is being considered not to be.
Out of all of them, he's the most likely to slip onto your practice squad without another team taking him, right?
That's very true.
Why isn't that the one we're considering?
Well, I think
that could very well be. That could be.
I think it's going to go again. JJ and then Howell and then Brosmer as a third quarterback, so he's safe on the roster, and then see what that develops. Meantime, the Vikings are actively, according to Tom Pelissero and many others, obviously it's pretty obvious. You look at their wide receiver core for the first 3 games. The question is which route are they going to take? Are they going to wait for the cut down day next Tuesday and try to grab somebody free agent wise? Is Kwesi working the phones and saying, "Look, if you're going to cut this guy anyway, we'll give you a 6th round pick for him. At least you guys get something for him. You're going to put him out there on the waiver wire. We'll give you something." And I'm not saying this is the name that they're looking at, but I think this is the type of player. When you look at, and Ken, I'm sure will weigh in on this, that like the Alan Lazards of the world. I'm not saying it's him, but I'm saying you need someone to be a stopgap. And if Naylor's not ready to go, this team has got awfully thin at wide receiver for the first 3 games. They have to bring someone in, and that's someone who's a veteran who can pick up the offense pretty quickly. So. I'm sure the phones are ringing off the hook a little bit, and Kwesi's doing his thing along with Rob Brzezinski to figure out what's the best option for us. They got to get someone in here, obviously, early, next week to give that player a chance because he might play against the Bears. I mean, I don't know what other. I mean, they have other wide receivers. You can always throw Lucky Jackson out. Lucky, but their options are kind of thin right now. When you look at that receiver opposite JJ, JJ to JJ.
And we're in trouble, aren't we?
Well, I don't think they're in trouble. I think they can get that thing fixed a little bit. Again, you have to, but I don't think they're going to shoot for the moon. We're going to get steamrolled
by the Bears, aren't we?
No, they're not going to get steamrolled by the Bears.
We're not going to have 100 yards passing in the first game, are we?
Oh, I think JJ will get that himself. But, yeah, I don't.
Do you think we'll even cross the 50-yard line? I'm starting to get worried now.
Don't be.
We're frantically calling to get wide receivers a week and a half before the season starts. What is that?
They got T.J. Hawkinson. They have running backs that can catch the ball. They'll be fine.
You like this?
But no, I think they absolutely do need another wide receiver.
You like Brosmer, don't you?
I like him on the team. I don't want him to start. I don't want him to be the backup. I think it's playing with fire if you got 2 rookies, basically.
Pre-med,
He's pre-med?
That's what I've been told.
Is he? Yeah, he's a break guy. But I think he's got, the Vikings pay him.
Why don't you want him as the backup?
What's that?
Why don't you want him as the backup?
Well, I'm just saying it's a little dangerous to use that word in that context, having
he doesn't seem to have a fear in the world. He just goes out there and wings it.
Well, he could fool all of us.
Quarterback whisperer working with him.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, and then Brosmer, I don't know.
I wouldn't have a problem if they started Brosmer on opening night.
Why would they?
Did you watch him play? Have you seen his numbers in the last 2 games? He's got a quarterback rating like 145.9.
I think he's got nice
and he's
potential.
Playing with scrubs.
And he's playing against scrubs.
Well, that evens it out then.
No, right. But so I'm saying I think they'll get extended action on Friday night, and I'm not saying it's going to dictate exactly what they're going to do with them, but I think practice dictates it. They had a full-out practice today at TCO, and that because obviously none of the starters are going to play on Friday night, and this was kind of their last inter-squad scrimmage this afternoon. So I think it's ongoing as we speak.
And look at this text. Your fake concern about the Vikings receiving corps is amusing. Fake concern?
Talking about you?
Well, they got one. Our best wide receiver. I've not seen him play yet this year. He's got a bad hammy, and they're saying he's fine. Addison's out for 3 games.
Right.
Naylor's hurt.
Right.
And I'm sorry, I'm not ready to say Ty Felton's about to burst onto the scene.
He's not.
How could you have any confidence in the wide receiving corps with a rookie quarterback?
Right. No, it's a real fact. I mean, I think the injury to Naylor, and not that Naylor was burning it up during practices. He wasn't.
Yeah, there's no fake concern.
That's losing Addison for 3 games is not anything to sneeze at.
I mean, you can say
he's a big impact player.
Deep down, I really don't care.
No, that's beside the point.
I really don't. But what I'm saying is as just looking at it from strictly, not if I care or not, just looking at it as an observer of the club and where they're at, where they've been, where they're going. I look at the wide receiving corps right now and I say, now it might be better if JJ's fine when Addison comes back, and maybe
and this is what the selling point has to be. If you're Kwesi and you're talking to whatever team it is and you're trying to make a deal, that wide receiver has to understand that as soon as Addison comes back in Game 4 in Dublin, he's starting. I mean, he's had a tremendous camp. They're paying him, and he's got a contract next year they have to deal with. So it's going to be interesting to see the way they play it. But there's no doubt they're going to acquire another wide receiver in the next week. It's
what if it's Adam Thielen?
Are you feeling Thielen?
I think fans would go crazy here if Thielen came back.
I heard you're so excited to get to the fair. You're going now and you're going to stay overnight in the KFAN
I
booth.
just told 10 of that. First day is always the traffic's the worst, so I got to leave extra early tomorrow.
Well, I'll be there.
I know you'll be waiting for me.
We'll see you there at 2 o'clock tomorrow shortly before then. Thank you. Kennedy, thanks for having me.
Hey, great job.
You as well. We enjoyed our visit with you today. And yes, we will be at the Minnesota State Fair tomorrow. Matter of fact, we'll be there tomorrow and Friday and then 5 days next week. Stick around, though. Big Ticket and JG, they're next right here on the field.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good night, Minnesota!
Good night, folks, and good night, Mrs. Calabash, wherever you are.
Okay, calm down.
Listen back to any of Common Man's programs by podcasting on the iHeartRadio app or KFAN.com.
Presents the Big 3 Playoffs. This Sunday, the remaining 4 teams battle to make the championship in the most physical, fierce, and competitive basketball league in the world. The action starts with the Big 3 Monster Energy Celebrity Game. Then Dwight Howard and his L.A. Ryan take on Montrezl Harrell and Dr. J Chicago Triplets. The finale will see popular Miami 305 with stars MVP Michael Beasley and Lance Stevenson take on Nancy Lieberman's Dallas Power. Who will make it to the Big 3 Championship? The no-holds-barred action starts Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern, 12 Pacific, only on CBS.
Come on, why is this taking so long? This thing is ancient.
Still using yesterday's tech? Upgrade to the ThinkPad X1 Carbon. Ultra-light, ultra-powerful, and built for serious productivity with Intel Core Ultra processors, blazing speed, and AI-powered performance that keeps up with your business, not the other way around.
Whoa, this thing moves.
Stop hitting snooze on new tech. Win the tech search at Lenovo.com.
Lenovo.
Unlock AI experiences with the ThinkPad X1 Carbon, powered by Intel Core Ultra processors, so you can work, create, and boost productivity all on one device.
Looking for a mortgage, credit card, or auto loan? Then you should know your FICO score. Did you know 90% of top lenders use FICO scores? Visit myfico.com/free today to get your FICO score for free. MyFICO makes it easy to understand your credit with FICO scores, credit reports, and alerts. Visit myfico.com/free. That's myfico.com/free. Or download the MyFICO app and discover the score lenders use most. That's myfico.com/free.
This Labor Day, say goodbye to spills, stains, and overpriced furniture with WashableSofas.com, featuring Anabay, the only machine washable sofa inside and out, where designer quality meets budget-friendly pricing. Sofas start at just $6.99, making it the perfect time to upgrade your space. Anabay's pet-friendly, stain-resistant, and interchangeable slipcovers are made with high-performance fabric built for real life. You'll love the cloud-like comfort of hypoallergenic, high-resilience foam that never needs fluffing, and a durable steel frame that stands the test of time. With modular pieces, you can rearrange anytime. It's a sofa that adapts to your life. Now through Labor Day, get up to 60% off site-wide at WashableSofas.com. Every order comes with a 30-day satisfaction guarantee. If you're not in love, send it back for a full refund. No return shipping, no restocking fees, every penny back. Shop now at WashableSofas.com. Offers are subject to change and certain restrictions may apply.